Fishing and boating to me are pretty much my world. It's my passion, my hobby. You don't realise how easy things go wrong out there. Like the weather can change like that. Yeah, I heard the big clunk and the bang, and I was like, oh. And then the closer we looked, a little bit of damage. And then I thought, I'll just ring up Club Marine. Nothing was a problem. I got the correct support, the correct guidance. My boat was like new again. Been with them as a family for over 31 years, so wouldn't have it any other way.
Good afternoon. This is Sail Media bringing you the 18-footers. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon on Sydney Harbour. Today we've got the Club Marine Heats 5 and 6 of the New South Wales Championships and Heats 9 and 10 of the Club Championships. So we'll be running 2 windward leeward races this afternoon, and it's looking quite stunning. We should be in for a great afternoon's racing. Looking forward to bringing it to you. Today I'm joined by James Bury and Phil Cub Barnett. Welcome to the team, Cub.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks for having me back.
Absolute pleasure. Shippo's off on sailing duties. He's doing the Sydney to Hobart Veterans Regatta on Love and War. Hopefully he's having a great day out. But we've seen them go past, not moving too quickly, those old buses.
I thought Shippo was going to his Christmas party, to be honest.
That might have been what he told you.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about this weather, Cub? It looks like it's just starting to drop off a little right now.
Yeah, I think we're seeing, Dole, the weather forecast that was actually in the forecast this morning. It started off early in the northwest. It's dropped a little bit and swung into the east. And the forecast is telling me that it might settle in the northeast a little bit later on this afternoon, maybe 12 to 15 knots northeast if we're lucky, but followed late tonight about 9 or 10 o'clock by about a 30 knot southerly change. Big change,
yep. And we just saw the boats launching there. All the boats seem to have the big rig in. So they'll be hoping it doesn't spike up a bit later. But right now, it was looking like we had about 12, 14 knots, and we've just had a little bit of a drop down where we are now on the start line. See the boats just going in the water there now. They'll be out here with us shortly. Jimmy, do you want to just run us through this windward leeward course that we're running today? It should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. G'day, Dole. G'day, viewers. Yep, we're starting. They've currently got the start in position down here, just near Clark Island, and they got the top mark just off Nelson Park. So 2 quick laps, finish off a breeze, and then back into it for the next one. So not much tide to play with. There's only 0.6 of a tide movement today. So I guess the secret today is go where the wind is.
Yeah, key will be staying in that pressure. Yeah, only very small tidal change today, as you say, so the tide shouldn't have too much effect, and we'll be running straight up and down the harbour here, so there isn't really too much hiding from it. We did just see the Club Marine boat launching today. They're our race day sponsor, and I believe they were christening the boat today, so they were having a bit of a christening, and we've got a bit of a tribe down from Club Marine for the launching and to come out on the water and watch the boats race in the Club Marine Day, their sponsored day for the New South Wales Championships. Just seeing Balmain coming out there now, and there's Lazarus. Balmain should revel in these conditions. There's the Club Marine. So
Joel, the Club Marine, with Emma and her crew steering, have had an outstanding season to date already.
Certainly have, haven't they?
I've been very impressed. I've seen them out during the week doing a bit of practice.
Yep.
And they're fully committed. So good luck to Emma there.
Yeah, the new boat seemed to have slotted into that really comfortably. And what we've noticed with both her and Beck is when we get these days that it's not really, that fresh that they're wanting for control, and it's tactical. Emma in particular, tactically, has been sailing super, super well. And of course, we saw her be the first female winner of a New South Wales Championship heat.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. And of course, on that same day, Beck won the Eric Bowen Memorial Trophy as well. So it was a first-time double for both the girls. And fantastic. All proteges of the 18-footer Skiff Academy.
Which, reaping benefits, and across all the skiff classes, we're seeing the girls really just stepping it up and giving it to the boys in both the 16-footers and the 18-footers. It's fantastic to see, and even better that they're getting the opportunity. You know.
Let's not forget too Tash Bryant's win in the Yandu.
In the club championship.
Yeah, in the club championship. That was probably the first ever. So fantastic for the girls to be doing so well, but ably supported by the club. Look, in the good old days was a bit of an arms race getting a good skiff, but the club now is providing pretty much all the competitors with up-to-date equipment, and look, it's just a pleasure to watch.
Well, back in our day, Cub, it was Adrian Carlin that broke the ground. Well, actually Vanessa Dudley before that, but it was really Adrian that had long-term role in the 18-footers and did well.
Yeah, no, look, Adrian was fantastic, and you know her only too well. We got to speak to her a couple of weeks ago at a bit of a catch-up, and she's still doing amazing things in yachting. And, you know, and not to forget a few others that have raced skiffs along the way, Alex South and, a few others. So, everyone's... The stones have been laid, and I think we're going to see a lot more young female sailors come through the class now.
Yeah, in the future.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic. We've got a few of our regular viewers joining us. I see we've got Olivia Dameron, Nipper Henderson as always. Should be mowing those lawns, Nipper. Ian Barnard. Who else have we got there? Joy Brown, always watching the 18-footers up in Brovey Island. Hi, Joy. The Yankee Express. But we wanted to give a shout-out today to a great supporter of sailing and the 18-footers and a friend of yours and mine, Cub. Big Phil Yeomans, turning 70 years old today.
Yeah, 70 years young. Right?
And Jimmy too. He's known Jimmy since he was a wee little nipper. Yeah,
absolutely.
That was a while
Happy
ago.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Yeah. Hopefully he's sitting on the couch with a coldie.
I'm sure he is. So Phil loves to watch the 18s, and quite often he'll have the 18s on one screen and the V8 supercars on the other. But many happy returns for your 70th, Phil, and good to see you going well. And as always, thanks for yours and your family's contribution to sailing, not just in Sydney but all over the country. Phil does a lot of miles.
Yep, that boat there, Dole, that's on screen, that's just part of a film. It's obviously an 18-foot skiff, but there's a film that's coming out in 6 to 12 months' time, and it's part of that. So that boat will be appearing in our fleet today. So, but yeah, they're part of the film production team. So
those who will be wondering, that's a new boat in the fleet. They are going to start, they are going to be racing, but they are being filmed separately, and a few stunt doubles on the boat there. We saw, Cub, didn't we?
Yes, Mike Kennedy on there. He hasn't probably pulled on a trap belt for a little while and squeezed into it nicely. So
they gave him a Velcro one to get him into it.
It's an adjustable one. Yeah.
I'd need the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there they were on screen. They've said that they're going to try not to get in the way. So hopefully that'll be the case. But apparently the movie's a thriller. So 18-footers are pretty thrilling, aren't they?
Well, I was actually talking to Victoria, the skipper of the boat earlier on, and I don't know too much detail about Victoria, but she assures me she's the current world women's moth champion. So maybe a convert to the 18-foot skiff style.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think she has been visiting, and I know she's been sailing Keegan York's moth out of Wallara. I've seen her out on the harbour a number of times, and I think she sails the moth even better than Keegan. So.
Well,
she's a bit lighter than Keegan, I've noticed, but a bit slighter, let's say.
That's probably, while we're just talking about Keegan and the Shaw and Partners skiff, we probably might mention today they're one of the early scratchings.
Yeah, so a bit of boat damage, we believe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of internal damage from some of the rigging they've been trying in the first part of the season. It hasn't quite worked to their advantage, and it's happened that it's done a bit of structural damage, so the boat needs to be fixed between now and Christmas, hopefully. And we've only got the one weekend of racing next weekend left prior to Christmas, so hopefully they can get it repaired by then.
Yeah, this weekend's the end of the championships, and Keegan's been pretty tied up sailing on the Wild Thing 100, getting ready for Hobart. They've had a few breakages on there too. So.
Yeah, I think he just wanted the pink socks.
He looks good in them. Good in them. Hey, Cub, there's an old helmsman of yours, old skipper of yours, saying g'day to you, me and Jimmy from Harvey Bay.
Oh.
Trev Barnabas.
Oh,
mate.
young Trevor.
G'day, Trev and Gail. Nice that you're tuning in.
We were talking about having a coldie before, but Trev's probably having a cold chocolate milk.
Or an OJ. Yeah.
Anyway, g'day to Trev and Gail.
Yep. Good to hear from you. Yep. And good to see we've had a few guest appearances from some Barnabases too in the last few weeks, so that's been good.
Still can't keep Trent out of these things, can you?
No.
Did they all sail last weekend? I sort of got
weekend before, I think
okay.
it was.
On the Andu.
On the Andu. Oh, they were back last week? Yeah.
Yeah, on Andu last week.
Bit of a formal combination, those guys. You've young Joel Beashel, another 18-foot skiff, legendary name. And look, if they put their minds to it, I'm sure there's better things to come from those guys.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Joel's skippering the 16-footer with Trent and Rob Napper. They took out the New South Wales Championships the other week. And Joel has certainly been having a few sniffs around the 18s.
Yeah, no.
So,
we ventured down to St George the other couple of weeks ago now for the
3 weeks.
Is it that far?
Yeah, for the 16s.
Just flying past, and they got that strong, was it nor'west or westerly or whatever? I thought it was going to decimate the fleet, but you guys actually got a good race in. So well done to all the crews who sailed in that. I've sailed on Botany Bay in a strong westerly before, and it's not the place to be, especially with a run out or run in tide.
It was
wind against tide as well.
It's a shocker.
It was pretty fruity, and I said to a few people that spoke to me about that Saturday, I said, I don't think the pictures really made it look as bad as it was, because it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, some great images. Probably Chit's images coming out of the Imagine signage going downhill, trying to avoid a capsized boat, which hopefully you'll win an award for that, Chit.
The Imagine submarine, it was. Yeah, great shot from Chit's.
Good stuff for the sponsor.
Yep.
Good or bad.
As Billy used to say, if you don't win, do something spectacular, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the Killer Coffee Company. Had a quick chat to them in the park, as did you, I think, didn't you, Cub, to Cam?
Yeah, no, I was talking to Cam, and Cam McDonald's going to be the skipper today, and so the story goes, apparently, the Killer Coffee sponsor was a Sabo sailor back in the day up the river, so that's just keen sailors and supporting a sport that you love. How good's that? And of course, how can you go without at least 2 or 3 coffees in the morning? Yeah.
No, he came and had a chat to us and said, he was looking to what he should do with his marketing, because it's a fairly new business, I believe, and he thought the 18-footers was a no-brainer. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. We've got Josh Perevsky on the helm of the Lazarus today.
Welcome back, Tim Westwood.
Yeah.
Back in the bow of that. But
pretty good team on there. And that Lazarus big rig goes well when it's a little bit marginal.
Yeah, so that's slightly bigger, that sail than most of the others.
It's
Dole.
a big mane, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always say that mane's like a rectangle. Yeah. There's your team, Cub.
Ah, yes, the mighty Vycobi. Yeah. So the boys have been mucking around a little bit over the last few weeks. Forms, there's been a bit of a form slump for the early part of the season, but bounced back last week with a second and third in the 2 races. So, look, the breeze is up just a little bit.
It is, yeah.
Their number 1 rig is up to it in the above 10 knot range. So, look, good luck to Kirk, Andrew, and young Daniel Barnett. We'll be keeping a loose eye on them.
We won't put any predictions on them, and we'll put the reverse curse on them.
No, not saying anything.
We fixed the problem. We sent Pat to Fiji last week and they came good.
Yeah, and g'day, Pat. Last time I was here commentating with Pat, we were talking about every time he comes to the race or does commentary, the boys have a little oopsie. So, anyway.
I've got to say, a couple of times they've been unlucky. Like, the cards haven't fallen their way. So, hopefully they'll have a good day today. And yes, good day, Pat, if you've tuned in. It's the kitchen maker. They're looking quite comfortable. A couple of boats were starting to go inside out. Little spike in the breeze. There's Lachlan Steele on the helm there with Nathan and Jerome up front. They're looking well trimmed. They've had a couple of form days on the kitchen maker. Same again though, just a couple of times they've just little hiccups have cost them. Racing's pretty tight. Can't make any mistakes, can you?
So, Dolly, we're working our way into the middle of the season, coming up to Christmas, and I get to see some of these guys out training during the week. I'm sort of like the on-harbour spy during the week, and Kitchen Maker's been one of the teams out training.
Good to see.
Yeah, I've also caught your team out there, the Ballard Properties guys. They've been out training pretty hard. And as we just talking about the skiffs, there goes the Spectator Ferry, the Regal 2 today. That's
with Keegan York up there on the top deck, Super Assurance Partners.
Yeah.
Spying on the opposition while he's having a day off. Yeah, there he is.
You know what, I don't mind that. Like, if you can get off your own boat and just get out and have a look in a relaxed environment, you pick up things. You can look at other boats' setups, their mains, jibs, spinnakers, their crew work, and you can just assure yourself that you're either doing the right thing or you need to improve in some areas. So, it's disastrous for Shore and Partners that they're not out here today. They don't want the damage to the boat prior to Christmas, but also it's not the worst thing for them to get out and have a look at how all the other crews are going about their business.
Yeah. Although from the ferry, maybe not so much. Certainly if you get out here in a rib.
I've never done anything wrong from the ferry, Dom.
Never missed a shift. Never. Well, I never miss a shift from the camera cat. I didn't know that much. But, but certainly if you get in a rib, or even watching back this coverage, a lot of the drone shots we get, you can really assess rig profiles and what people are doing and what the good guys are doing as far as crew work goes.
So back in the good old days when we were racing the skiffs in the Grand Prix, I used to go into when they were producing. We'd go to an event, they'd take all the footage and then they'd post-produced it. And I used to go and sit there while they were doing the post-production. And, other than watching all the pretty pictures and everything, you could pretty much quickly assess what changes other boats have been doing or where you need to improve and all that sort of. So having the footage and all that stuff up your sleeve, the sail media coverage and all that, you can sit down and on YouTube, Monday morning and watch the race again, and that's just fantastic for your preparation for the following week.
Were you really watching the sailing though, or were you going in there and chatting up the staff looking for a wife?
Well, that happened as well.
That worked out pretty well for you.
Yes, the lovely Sarah. Yeah. We digress.
I was going to say there was more to that story.
I think that's why you were going in there
I'm just looking over in the distance. We're not quite seeing it on the camera at the moment. We've got Balmain capsized. Probably one of our favourites for this afternoon's racing. I've been impressed this year with, to me, the Balmain seems to be the most consistent boat this season to date. They're not, obviously, Yandu's in front of them in the New South Wales Championships, but if I was looking for a most consistent, steadily improved, Balmain's on my radar.
And particularly in this sort of condition.
Oh yeah, they've been doing really well in the the 5 to 10 knot range.
Yeah, sort of up to even above mid-range big rig. They're going very well.
So there they are. They're up and about now. So might have just needed to fix a little gear failure or something.
Yeah, something. Lockie Pry's been a great addition to that team.
Yeah.
He's come on board. He's strong. He's smart. And I know they've gelled. They've gelled very well as a team, that's for sure. Start boats on station, so we might just get the points up for the New South Wales Championships and have a look at those. So, as we mentioned before, Yandu leading, but only a 1 point margin in front of Balmain, so 9 points to 10 points. Rag and Famish in third on 17, so a bit of a gap back to them, and then once again another gap back to Smeg. Ash Rooklin in his return season doing well. Sixth, not far back on 28. Shaw and Partners 29, Vycobi 31, Club Marine 32, Lazarus Capital Partners on 35, just in front of the Kitchen Maker on 36. So our two leaders, Cub, have got a decent little jump on the fleet there.
Yes.
But they need to keep the consistency going. Having a chat to the Balmain boys before the racing today, and they're very aware that they need to make sure that they finish in front of the Yandu today. They were even making a couple of jokes about how they were going to go about that, but they were only joking.
Sabotage one of them.
Visit them with the shackle key.
How good is it? We've got a couple of the top boats with their full top crews on board today. So you're going to see 18-foot skiff racing at its best out of those two boats today, and then we've got everybody else trying to knock them off that pedestal. So that's good.
Yeah, it'll be a real battle, but yeah, you can expect a bit of boat on boat. They'll certainly be worried about the boats that are close to them on points as we move down that table. So,
are you predicting a bit of match racing, Dol?
Well, you wouldn't let them get too far to one side of the course or the other, would you, Cub? You might not be strictly match racing, but you're not gonna sail the opposite side of the course to your opposition.
So for the viewers out there, we've just gone into the 5-minute sequence. There's a good shot of the spectator ferry there with Fisher and Pykle in the background. Is it too early to have a prediction, Dol?
I'll welcome your commentator's curse, mate. Who are you going to bang it on?
You know what, early in the season and at the end of last season, I was very impressed with the light weather performance of the Lazarus. And in fact, I might have gone on the ferry a couple of times earlier this season and found the bookie and put a $5 note on them. But I'm first today, I'm Lazarus Capital Partners, and young Josh Pabeski's out there on the helm today. So, and young Tim Westwood's back. So Tim sailed in the early days with my young Daniel. So very
got a connection there.
Yeah, and Mark Chapman. So they're my tip for the first race today, and I'm tipping also that by the time the second race kicks in, we might see a bit more breeze.
Okay. Who do you like when there's a bit more breeze?
I'm going to have a look at I'll be like Shippo. I'm going to just wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait for the finish gun to go.
Yeah, wait for the last leg.
Yeah.
Shippos go.
Keep the powder dry.
Yeah. No, I'd be expecting Yandu to do well today, but they've been a little bit up and down, a little bit unlucky at times. This start's going to be pretty crucial, isn't it?
They are the form team.
They are the form team. But
yeah, they'd have to be favourites. They're hotly contested by Balmain. Right, and look, I tell you, also the Smeg team, young Ash Rookland's team, they're a bit of a dark horse. I've watched them pull a couple of races together and be in the top few this season so far, but we've gone from having those really fresh breezes at the start of the season where they just got obliterated the skin, to a couple of really light ones as well. So it's hard for the crew training and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I was talking to Ash yesterday. Ash had a sale with Dad Warwick yesterday on the VX1.
Right.
And we had 3 races up at Pittwater, and he was saying just that. He said, that start of the season, he was actually like almost feeling a bit like, what the hell am I doing? But he certainly found his feet, and they've got to gel as a team and everything else. So
can't gel with a team in 30 knots.
No, mate. No. Down to 2 minutes, and boats are just sort of milling around. No one's sort of getting too lined up just yet. This start line looks pretty even cut, but like I say, it's going to be clear air. You need clear air to get over to Bradley's Head, don't you?
Okay, there's probably still a little bit of east in this breeze style, which will favour the boats probably that start at the boat end of the line. Yeah. So if you can get a clean air boat end start, I think it's going to be an ace up your sleeve. Sydney Harbour's letting us down a little bit at the moment. It's just gone a little bit fickle. Hopefully that's just before the nor'easters sort of builds in.
Yeah, we had that before, and then it piped back in again, and we saw boats with mains inside out. You're not going to see that off the start line right now. It's dropped off. Well, we're probably sub 10 knots right now.
I think the keys here is going to be the time on distance for these guys. They need to be on the start line when the last flag drops and the gun goes. So, we saw some big yacht racing the other day where the boats weren't on the line at the start, and that's everything. There's seconds to be gained there.
Or about 30 seconds early. G'day, Whitty. Hope you're watching, mate.
Don't go early.
Well, in all fairness, he did get squeezed quite hard there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
And then the exclusion zone for him wasn't wide enough to try and turn a 100-footer around.
So just starting to rumble up to the line now. 25 seconds to go. Most windward boat right now is the Killer Coffee Company boat Cub. Right underneath them is the Vycobi. I'd expect them to be able to pace out, and Yandu to leeward of Vycobi.
You've got the Ballard coming in too, just with about 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, hopefully they find some room in there. Don't get squeezed out.
Looks like a clear start, Dol.
I think so,
yeah. Clear start.
Good start from the Vycobi, mate, so be happy about that. Their problem will be just holding up on Yandu, who infamously can get pace and height.
They've been amazing, haven't they? They just pull a few strings and get that combination going, and dead flat. Look, the boat is so flat.
Yeah, Tom Needham back on the helm this week.
I see Tom Dole has been next year selected in the Ruse team.
On the Flying Ruse. Great to see him there, and Ian Jensen coming back. But yeah, they're Vycobi doing well, holding a lane, and Yandu just managing to hold above Balmain. Balmain getting a little bit of a squeeze on. Brett Van Munster right down to leeward in Fisher Paykel. Stepped out nicely, but he's a long way to leeward, and he's going to have trouble finding a lane back again.
We've got that pesky Manly ferry inbound to Circular Quay heading towards Bradley's. That might
mix it up a bit.
Might have some influence on the proceedings.
Our favourite skipper's not on there today, so there'll be no heed.
I'm happy Fisher and Paykel came out of there a little bit early. You can stand into Bradley's too long and get in the lee of the Bradley's Head shore there. He's having to take a couple of sterns on the way out, so unfortunate for Brett.
Yeah, but he's doing it while he's got pressure, as you say, Cup, so yes, he is going behind the whole fleet, but he's staying in the pressure. Like you say, you get too far over in the left, it gets very, very patchy.
So there's some decisions to be made by the leading crews here about what side they tackle this Manly ferry. Some are going to get across and be not impeded at all, and then some are going to have to make a pretty rash decision about where they go.
Yeah, it looks like Lazarus 6 and Smeg are committed to go on the western side of the ferry, but that's fraught with danger. They might run out of pressure in the lee. 6 is tacked, and I don't think they've seen the ferry, so they will be to leeward of it.
Mightn't be too bad for them, Dole, and of course, you know, they're the current spring champions, Jacob Marks, Alex Marinelli and Matt Doyle. So they know what they're doing.
They do.
Yeah. It's just going to, with this breeze.
Yandu just getting across in front of the ferry on starboard tack still. So they want to commit out to this side.
Yeah, look, I think it's pretty...
Here's the other side.
It's the far side, so Rag and Killer Coffee right over on the eastern suburbs shore over near the Edwards.
I think Dole, in their favour is going to be this breeze has picked up just slightly from the east again.
Yeah. High on starboard out of their cup.
I think so. I think when they tack,
They'll be bow up.
They'll be bow up for sure.
And also heading out there looking good is Balmain as well, but I think we'll just have to wait and see when they intersect. Yandu at the moment is looking pretty good in good pressure and good height, but like you say, as they get over there, they could start to head.
So we're talking earlier, Dole, about crew weights of the boats, and some of the crews this season are a little on the light side, we would have thought.
Yep.
And you know, then you've got the maximum crew weight with the likes of Yandu, and he's able to pull 3 on trapeze at the moment and working a little bit of main sheet. So he's got plenty of horsepower. He'll be happy.
Yeah, once you get to that, your advantage, right? Because it's not too often we see the Yandu get overpowered and start going inside out. Part of that reason is they've got the horsepower to swing it down.
Yeah, no, she's looking pretty nice there at the moment, nice and flat. Everyone's looking around, looking at the breeze, looking at the other boats. It's you know, it's exciting to watch, and they'll be looking at their lead at the moment too, because I think they're probably the early race leader.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tight between the 2 point score leaders, Balmain and Yandu, but at this point in time, it's going to look like it's going to be fairly close. So the boats intersecting.
Just trying to work their way to the eastern side of the harbour and the main part of the harbour here, because that's obviously they're going to the top mark, which is about another 1.5 kilometre upwind.
And if it is going to shift, it's going to shift to the east. We had a very narrow cross between Yandu and Fisher Paykel.
Yeah, so it does look like Balmain. I'll have to eat my words. Balmain leading Yandu ever so slightly. There's probably only one tack in that.
Yeah, very little in it. Yandu, a boat length crossing behind Balmain. Now, next intersection, there's Balmain there now, windward of Rag and Famish. Our next intersection we're going to see Cup will be with the Kobe, but it looks like Yandu will cross them.
So as we're looking out of the window of the camera cat here, Dol, there is actually a little easterly slant in the breeze, but I'm also looking right over on the Bradley's Head side, the Bradley's Head shore, where 6th has gone to, and there just seems to be some wind right across the racetrack, so let's not discount the 6th coming in from the left.
Yeah, I think it's pick a side though, right? The more you bounce across the middle, because we've got pretty much northeast, almost a bit of northwest on the western shore, and we've got a bit of northeast on the eastern shore. So in between is a transition zone. You don't want to be crossing the harbour too often.
We've got Balmain coming back towards this leading pack. Let's see how they've done. They've stood out into the middle of the harbour a little bit. Now they're hedging their bets a little, I suppose, but now they've chosen to come back to the eastern side, which we're talking about as potentially being the favoured side and closest to the top mark. Definitely Vycobi, Yandu and Balmain are the top three currently, but the Rag and Famish have been doing well while it's been a bit lighter as well. So the young guys there, a little bit of a lighter crew, great skill sets, but they've shown some absolutely good performances this year to date for a new crew.
Yeah, certainly have. It's their maiden season, and they're settling in well, especially when we get these conditions that aren't super tough but tactical. They've been sailing.
So just on the screen, we had the top three there, Dol. Vycobi's just tacked away, leaving Yandu and Balmain to fist it out a little bit, really.
And you said, is it going to be a match race, Cub?
Well, I thought
go.
you said that.
You said, is it going to be? And I said, well, we'll see. But yeah, they're certainly not letting each other out of each other's grasp, that's for sure.
Well, it doesn't get much closer than that. You've got two boats within a boat and a half of each other.
Yeah, Vycobi just choosing to get away and take another bite over to the east.
Well, I think they were sucking a bit of gas there, Dole, from the two leaders, so probably the right thing to do. And not too far away from the top mark either.
Yeah, and I've got to say, Cub, I reckon the boats that have gone right over to the western side, so we've got Ballard Property Group 6 and Smeg over there, just in the back of your shot there now. They've got to be close to nearly overlaid over there. At least the two windward boats. We're just getting in line with them now. No, they might be on a lay line. But if they get any more northeast slant over there, they'll be reaching in from over there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dol, I think Ballard's 6, Smeg, and maybe even Kitchenmaker, just a little bit lighter where they are, and they're suffering from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they are bowed down a bit, so they won't overlay.
I was just trying to find the Vycobi. Now, they've tacked, and they're heading...
on your screen now.
Yeah, coming in pretty good. The key thing here is not to do that disastrous two-tack thing when you get close to the mark.
Yeah.
If they've underlaid it, it's going to be disastrous. If they hit it on the head, that'll save them a couple of tacks. But Yandu's just tacked and heading for the top mark for the first time. Our friends who went west on the course,
who I said might overlay,
have overlaid.
Overlaid by a long way.
Overlaid and in light breeze. So there goes Yandu around the top mark for the first
round.
time.
Narrow lead over the Balmain, about to come into your shot. There they are.
They're critical, these spinnaker sets. Balmain's chosen to jibe and do a jibe set and sail a different course to the Yandu.
So they're banking on there being more pressure on this eastern side.
There's Vycobi around.
And being bowed down. Vycobi. Oh, I thought they were going to jibe set 2, Cub, but they chose not to.
They're set. Lazarus in 4th. Fisher Paykel in 5th. And then a little bunch coming in here, which includes Killer Coffee Doll and our event partner, Club Marine. Just getting around the mark now. They'll go for a set very shortly. And our young guns on the Rag and Famish. Oh, a little bit messy for the Smeg.
Very tight between them and Smeg. Smeg did a little tack inside there. Probably didn't have rights, but
they've recovered.
Everyone seems pretty calm about it, surprisingly, on the Rag and Famish. Next through, we've got the 6th.
Just a little light, steady 10-knot east-northeast breeze here at the moment, Dole, do you think?
Yeah, there's not a lot of punch in it. Big call here from Balmain and Yandu sailing opposite sides of the harbour. That's not match racing, is it?
No, that's not match racing.
No.
But it'll be interesting to see. Balmain looks low, well, not low, but he's not much pressure there where he is, just down there off Shark Island.
The trick for him is going to be finding one to jibe back out on.
Just got the 18-footers bar and grill, got you for life, and Ballard Property just rounded the mark. 18-footers bar and grill, trying to pick up on a few extra kilos of prawns there for the restaurant.
Bit slow on the set there.
Yeah, that's okay. We've all done that.
Yeah.
And in what looks to be a nice line of breeze in the distance, where we're looking at Yandu probably extending their lead.
Yeah, right now it looks like splitting hasn't paid off for Balmain's just picked up a nice vein of pressure actually. I might have spoken too soon. There they are on screen. They're bowed down, they're getting quite a bit of depth, but it's looking like Yandu will cross them quite comfortably.
So out of the 3 leaders, Balmain and Yandu aren't too far from each other. The Vaikobi team have gone right over to the western shore of Bradley's. They seem to be pressured up and running down to the bottom mark. So interesting, we've got first, second and third coming from the 3 different sides of the harbour, like left, right and in the middle.
There goes my old saying of never leave your wingman. Thrown out the window. Couple got 3 lead boats gone in 3 different directions.
Yeah, wow. So a big peloton chasing the pack there. Got Killer Coffee doing exceptionally well. Lazarus, Club Marine, the Royal Oak, Kitchen Maker, 18-footers bar and grill.
Throw a blanket over most of them.
Yeah.
Very close, that chasing pack.
So clear leader now is Yandu. So let's, we've seen it a lot this season already. One boat might just get out to a bit of a decent lead and then, it might be a little wind change or a little gear failure or something, and next minute the chasing boats are only a couple of seconds behind you.
Yeah, come back into it. Yeah. Not the sort of conditions though where, things can go overly pear-shaped normally, and with a team like the team on Yandu, they don't tend to make too many mistakes. See them there sailing exceptionally well as always.
And I think this is Doles where, the exceptional crew work comes into play. That there's seconds to be made in every jibe, there's seconds to be made in every tack, any manoeuvre.
Yeah, well, Fang and Louis just seem to always just get the job done.
Yeah.
And with Tom back on the helm, with their more regular team back together.
But what we've seen this year, Dole, is they're not infallible either. So
no, certainly not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really the rest of the fleet bringing it to them.
Yeah, so Yandu just a little bit lower the mark there. So early drop for them. They get the chute down, get it all packed away. Then they've got to work out whether they want to go to the left or right. They've got the 2 marks down here at the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the right turn. Balmain are going to jibe drop, and they will have the option. They are closer to the left turn, but it's not until you get that kite all the way down that you make the look at your options. So they are going to do the opposite and take the left turn.
We've got a mover and shaker, Dole. We've got Fisher and Pikehall just coming in now. They've worked their way into 3rd position.
And Lazarus with a bit of a gain as well.
little gain over the Vaikobi. Those 2 boats are... And, 6 just sitting in the background there as well. So...
Yeah, coming back into it, as is Ben Crawford, Rag and Famish.
I think they've brought a little bit of breeze down with them this time around.
Yeah, you're right. You can see that little bit of pressure they're in now.
Yeah. Fisher and Pikehall rounding in 3rd. Lazarus going around the other end of the line in 4th.
Left turn for them. And then next in, Vaikobi should be able to just sneak around the bows of 6 and Rag and Famish.
Looks like a little bit of an issue on the Vaikobi. The Spinnaker's still...
more of an issue on the Rag and Famish.
Yep.
Good save.
Can't park here.
Can't park there, mate.
I think they're lucky 6 was there, because when they started to capsize, that 6 sort of wedged them upright.
Yeah, so there's the Rag and family's still got to get that chute down, get it bagged, get back down to the mark. So that's going to be a costly little error for those guys. Looks like the Vycobi's cleared up there. We've got someone capsized up ahead as well.
I think it's the Smeg Cub.
Okay, I didn't see who it was. We've definitely got a red boat capsized.
Yeah, I think that might be the Smeg.
Must be, has to be. Yeah.
Royal Oak with the left turn, and then we'll have Ballard Property Group.
Bit of a mix, taking on the left side, taking on the right side.
I think it's more of a convenience of how your drop has gone and what angle you came in. I think the marks look pretty even.
We've just got Balmain off to the right of Yandu at the moment. We've got Yandu on screen. He seems to have picked up a nice little bit of an easterly lift, dog.
Bit of a shift.
Yeah, definitely.
And he did close in at the bottom there, so it'll be interesting to see this cross. There's not going to be a whole lot in it. Balmain with the starboard tack advantage. There they are on shot there now.
Definitely a little bit of breeze here.
Really up and down though, isn't it?
The Killer Coffee Company coming down at the top of the screen there, obviously had a little swim of cool down.
Yeah, because they were right up there, weren't they?
Yeah. They were in the top half dozen at the top marks. Yeah.
So advantage to Yandu in that last exchange. They went around the bottom mark only narrowly ahead of Balmain. Balmain went to the eastern side, and that hasn't paid for them. Like you say, Cup, just starting to see a little bit of inside out on that mainsail on the Balmain, and a bit of a spike in the pressure.
What do you think's going through Henry's mind, Dole? Like the Balmain, they're a point down. He's currently sitting in second position to the Yandu and challenging. They've got to stay cool. Do they have a bit of a go? Do they wait for the next race?
You've really got to keep your cool, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised at the splits that we've seen. That's not the playbook we got taught, is it, Cup?
No, well, I think probably coming back together, they'll be a little bit happier than being, one on the left, one on the right. So,
yeah, but you've really got to back yourself and back your speed and sail the other boat. We've had big splits upwind and down, and that's really rolling the dice.
Yeah, mate, just throwing another tack at the Yandu. And we're also seeing pretty similar boat speed style, I think, between the Yandu and Balmain. And I always find that interesting when you're looking at the technicalities of the boats. You've got the north sails set up on Balmain, and who's making the sails for the Yandu? The
Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse. And, they've got a fair spread of sails across the fleet. It's interesting how there's probably one of the biggest variables you can have in the 18s at the moment is the different sailmakers. So they're all on a pretty similar trajectory with all that, I think.
Yeah, the Yandu rig, when you're looking at it there on screen, it just seems to get through the range, really, really well. They know which strings to pull. Everyone else, I've spoken about it on this stream many, many times, everyone else goes inside out way before the Yandu do, and they just seem to be able to blade that rig out. They have a very nice twist profile. The boat, look at them there, they're just inclined to windward, motoring along, very minimal movement, like they're just steady as a rock. And I might add, you can't see on screen there, they've placed themselves perfectly to gas the Balmain, so just keeping them tucked away behind them. There they are in the background there, so bit of a gap.
You're looking at the body language off the boat too. They're communicating with each other, and they look pretty relaxed to me, and the boat's going fast. It's a good recipe.
Yeah, and high on confidence. It works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just to know that you've got boat speed is sometimes one of the biggest things you can have in skiff racing.
Yeah, right now, they're basically just keeping themselves between the opposition and the top mark. So Balmain is just tacked in the background, and I wouldn't be surprised unless Yandu are really confident. They are heading towards good pressure, but I don't think it'll be too long before they tack back. They won't want to separate too much.
I think you'll find Balmain's already put in a couple of extra tacks.
Yeah.
More than the Yandu, so that's advantage Yandu. And what are we, about 500 metres from the top mark? So let's see. They've got to keep a loose cover on their opposition. So
yeah, so Yandu's tack. They don't want Balmain to get too far to the right just in case they jag a bit of a shift. So as I say, just keeping themselves between the opposition and the next mark. Simple game.
Yeah. Not much traffic on the harbour today, Holes, which is a bit
Yeah, pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a few of the older yachts out, but typically on a Sydney Harbour summer's day, like, we'd see a lot more boats than this. There was more boats out watching the Big Boat Challenge on Tuesday than there is.
Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Great coverage brought to you all from Jimmy and the Sail Media team. The Big Boat Challenge. But yeah, still a few waves around, so some big power boats chopping the water up. Just see them getting through there now.
it could be.
I think we're looking straight at Peter Shipway, aren't we?
Yeah.
The Love and War.
He'll be on the lobster tails down the back.
Yeah, he might be having his afternoon nap.
There we go.
There
Beautiful Love and War. And
real Hobart classic.
your regular host of this program, Peter Shipway.
There he is, giving it a wave.
Giving us a wave on your Shippo.
He can sail, sir.
Yeah.
It's a lured tweaker trimmer.
Ah, yes. The lured runner.
We have seen him on the Lured Runner Cup.
All right, now the fleet's opened up a little bit here. The Yandu's got a very comfortable lead now over Balmain, and we'll see if we can get a time on this when they round the top mark. And then a big gap back to third and fourth, which is hotly contested at the moment by Viacobi and Lazarus. So what happened to the sixth out of all of it?
Six are just to the right of them. They're not far out of
They're still in the mix.
that fight there for the third spot.
Okay, and the Fisher Paykel, they had done amazing things down that first Spinnaker run to get themselves into third position. Yeah, I think they've gone a bit too far out to the western side up this work and probably fallen foul like the guys did on the first lap. So just coming into the top mark now, Yandu on screen. And we'll see if we can get a bit of a time on that. So they're around. Just perfect, isn't it? Both dead flat. Crew in, get that spinnaker halyard up, tack line out to the end of the pole. Sheet and hands out the spinnaker sheet, sorry. There they go. All right.
Make it look easy, mate.
Yep. So it's already 15 seconds to the Balmain, and that delta's going to get pretty close to 30 seconds for the 30-second lead, which is on a short spinnaker run, it's going to be hard to pull back. They're electing to do a jibe set, the Balmain crew.
Yeah, they'll be hoping to just pick up a bit of a lefty that'll soak them down onto the Yandu, but yeah, just a leg to the bottom now. It's going to be pretty tough to make up that ground.
Yeah.
A little bit. Oh no, full hoist now. Well
Got to
done.
be in it to win it, Dol.
That's it.
And
You're not going to beat them following them. So they've just got to hope for a bit of a left puff to get them down to the line. But
been a pretty good work for the Viacobi skiff. They're back in third spot now, and just got a few boat lengths on the challenges from behind. So well done to the boys there. They've done well. See what they elect to do. They're setting straight set, get the boat squared away, make it easy for the forward end to get that chute pulled around. Perfect.
good set.
Lazarus in fourth, Fisher Paykel fifth, and coming into the top mark to round up the top six will be sixth.
6 and 6.
6 in 6.
Seems to happen a lot.
Yes, yes. I've heard you guys talking about that.
Except when they won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just behind them, the Kitchen Maker. They're doing well. So there's 6.
Kitchen Maker followed by Club Marine. Interesting, Dole. We're running down, chasing the boats down so we can get close to the finish. But just behind us, I'm noticing the breeze has kicked again. So
Yeah, little spike.
Yeah, a little spike. I think we're going to see our trailing fleet just bunch up a fair bit.
Yeah, they'll bring that breeze down with them.
Yeah.
So that'll compress the fleet a little bit, which is good. We won't be waiting around too long for this second heat that we'll be racing today.
Wondering if we'll, just talking about the 2 leaders, Yandu and Balmain, I'm wondering if we see them throw in a bit of a jiving duel to the finish.
Yeah, not quite close enough, but Balmain has jived out. They were down near the island, so needed to get out. They're actually just starting to hook onto a little bit more pressure now, it looks like, Cub. But you can, on screen there now, Yandu about to jive, in good pressure, with a good lead. They're basically just matching the angles of Balmain, so just negating the ability for Balmain to close in on that gap with any sort of change in breeze or pressure. Really good pressure on the Yandu now, and they'll be laying through to the finish from there.
That photo with the drone, the footage is just fantastic. It makes you feel like you're in the boat and sailing it with them.
Mate, you want to get back on board, Cub?
No.
No?
No. But how good's the coverage, I think sailing in general has been put in the forefront of top sports just by having the cameras in a bit closer.
Yeah, it gives the people at home a real view of what
where did that concept come from?
A couple of old blokes sailing some old boats, mate. With cameras mounted on their heads.
Yeah, well, that's anyway, it looks like
they're just streeting into the finish now.
Yeah, pretty cruisy victory for the Yandu, so congratulations to them. I think we can almost call that already, Dom.
Oh, most definitely, mate. They can fall over the line from there.
Probably the clash to watch is going to be 3rd and 4th. Fisher Paykel and Vycobia are battling it out in a bit of breeze back there. So whilst the Yandu crosses the line first in that heat, we're going to see Balmain cross in 2nd. Balmain should make that line, I think.
Yeah, no problem. They'll get through there on that one. Port jibe.
Fully wicked up, according to Shivers.
Wicked up, mate.
Wicked up.
Yeah, wicked up.
Okay.
They're on approach there now, nearly there, and they're over.
2nd was Balmain. They're finished now. We're currently focused on Vycobia in 3rd position. Breeze has picked up a little, Dole. Probably swung into the northeast a little.
It's round to the left now, yeah.
Yeah.
So certainly mixing it up, making it interesting.
We're on the chase here. Let's keep an eye on these guys. So great race by Brett Van Munster today on the Fisher and Paykel. Got a good start. He was up there going up the first work. Vycobia's through the jibe now, heading towards the finish line. Just need to keep it tidy and get across the line for 3rd.
Look at that, Cub. You should see the smile on Cub's face, folks. Proud dad moment.
Well, it's
On screen. There they
Okay.
are. Oh, look at him. Have a look at him, mate.
It is about time, let me tell you. All right, so that's a good effort by Vycobia. Fisher Paykel, they're in 4th. 6 looks like they're going to bag 5th.
Yep.
And
So they made up a place.
yeah, good on them. And Kitchen Maker and Club Marine, our event partner for today.
Yeah, they're duking it out. Kitchen Maker probably with the advantage at the moment. But Emma Rankin looking very fast, but I think she's going to run out of runway to catch them. Both of them are going to have to jibe, so it'll come down to this last jibe.
So, geez, the boat looks good, the Club Marine, doesn't it? Like the signage and everything. Yeah, it looks excellent. The white signage on the black hub.
Advantage here,
advantage. Club Marine, a little bad jibe there on the Kitchen Maker. Are they going to get through? I think they will.
Oh, Jimmy's put the hammer down to try and line us up.
It's neck and neck. There'll be
a photo finish here, Cub.
I wouldn't like to pick this one, Dol.
Kitchen Maker.
Kitchen Maker. Yeah.
Just at the last minute, poke their nose in front.
Oh, how close was that? Look, I think one of the exciting things too about the Club Marine, Dole, is they've come back into sponsoring an 18-foot skiff. They've done it in the past. If you remember,
back in our day, mate.
Back in the day, but also Ewan McNichol had a Club Marine.
Indeed.
I think was it
one of JJ's
in 2005? Was it? Pretty sure it was. I'll have to double check the board when we go inside. But yeah, now and Ewan's been helping out at the club this year as well. He's doing a bit of training.
He's the coach for the academy.
Oh, yeah. So
he's been helping out, particularly the newer crews.
Little cheerio to Ewan, one of the skiff stalwarts.
Indeed.
Now,
I remember when we considered him a young bloke, Cub.
Well, still consider him a young. How are we going? We got the Royal Oak just getting across the line.
Royal Oak's through, yep.
Yeah.
Then Beck in the
Beck's going to squeeze through. They've got a little bit of pressure on there. Just flogging the chute a little bit just to make it over the pin end of the line.
Killer Coffee Company ahead of Rag and Famish.
Yeah, the Gotcha for Life.
Oh, Gotcha for Life, rather. Sorry, not Killer Coffee.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to pull that main on. Yeah. Just thinking about the Rag. Maybe they had another capsize.
Yeah, they must have got into some trouble there somewhere.
Yeah. Bad luck for the Smeg. They had the earlier capsize, and in this short racing, a capsize pretty much puts you out of the competition unless something major happens to the rest of the fleet. So a little bit unlucky there, but they've been having a few good races over the last month, so they'll bounce back in the next race.
For sure. Yeah, look, Ash has been very determined. He's determined to do well. So he'll be disappointed with that swim, but buoyed by the fact that they were on the pace earlier on. So
they're one of the teams that I've been watching out during the week doing a bit of training, Dol. So yeah. I don't know if they were out with Warwick, but they definitely had a coach not too far away. So any of the boats here that have improved a little have all been out practicing, which is great to see.
And they are limited somewhat as to how much practice they can do, so they're really just ramping it up a bit lately as we start to move towards the major championships. We've got the Australian Championships in January, and then followed, of course, by the JJ Giltman in March. So just working towards that.
Well, it's by now we're starting to think about the form for the JJs, really. Like, it's the end of February, the JJs, so it's really only a couple of months away.
That's right.
It's 9 weeks, potentially, maybe 10 weeks max away. So that's it doesn't give you a lot of sailing between now and then. So if you're not happy with your boat speed now, you should be working feverishly to fix that up.
Now, I'm not sure what's happened with the Lazarus here, Cub.
So they're not carrying a spinnaker, Dol.
No spinnaker, and sort of limping into the finish. So something's gone on there.
Okay, well, they got the commentator's curse from me by the looks of it.
I'm sure they'll thank you for that later.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get a closer look, see if they've still got their spinnaker equipment intact.
Yeah, they're just saying something to the start boat, I think.
I can see the tack line on the pole.
It is.
There's a spinnaker halyard up the mast, and there's a spinnaker there, so...
Okay, so AP has been hoisted on the start boat.
So a little delay before our next race. Wonder what the race officer's working on there. Or maybe I suspect the top mark needs to be shifted to the left
To
a
the
little
left?
bit.
Yeah.
Length of the course didn't seem too bad.
No, good length race. So yeah, I suspect you're probably right, Cub. I'll just shift that mark a little bit further west from Nielsen Park there. Breezes around in the left a bit more now. And still patchy, but a little bit more pressure.
Thing.
Did you get some feedback there, boy?
Spinnaker just got caught in the vang blocks, so that's never a good thing when you're trying to hoist it.
Yeah, pull the vang on and just rip the kite through it. It never ends well. You're right, Jimmy.
Ah, well, exciting race.
Oh, take a breath, Cub.
Yeah.
Couple of questions from the folks at home. One fella, who have we got? Hayes Clark, asking how you get a ride on an 18-footer. And he wants to get on one before he's too old. So you can...
What's too old?
You can contact the club, Hayes, and put your name down. Usually at the start of the season, they run a few trials, especially for some of the new boats. And if you've got what it takes, you can get yourself a ride. So I'm not sure where you are in the world, mind you, but if you're in Sydney or you want to come to Sydney, certainly get in touch with the club, and they can have a chat to you about what the possibilities are. Someone else asked about sponsorship of the boats, whether the cruise organise sponsors or the club organise sponsors. It can be either. So if you want to bring a sponsor to the club and introduce them to the club and get that sponsor on board sponsoring a boat that you're going to sail, that can be done. Or the club does have sponsors, some are long-term, some are new, and they can connect sailors with sponsors and boats. So
some of the sponsorships are very long-term, Dole. You know, you look at the likes of the Smeg and
Rag and Famish,
the Kitchen Maker with Darren McAvar.
Yeah, they're the three longest current sponsors, I think.
Yeah,
Rag's the longest, I believe.
And then there's Woody.
Yeah, well, he just sponsors everybody technically. Yeah.
Yes, so that's good.
Jimmy and I and you had a bit of a catch up with Woody on the dock earlier. He was in good form.
Yep, absolutely, looking quite fit. He almost ready to have another go.
Ready
I think.
for a comeback.
Yeah.
I always laugh because I was sitting with him at breakfast when we did the 18-footers in Fiji, which is quite a few years ago now, and he said to me, "Dolly, I reckon this is my last season." And that was probably 8 years ago. So.
All right, so we're straight into a sequence here, Dol.
Here we go.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes to go before the start of race 2.
What are you seeing in that breeze, mate?
I'm liking my earlier forecast. I think we are seeing just a few more knots, and it probably has clocked round to the northeast. Now, if the rest of this forecast falls into place, it should be a little bit fresher on the second lap of this race as well. So that might mix up the places a little bit. Let's wait and see.
It's a little bit more breezing in the northeast.
Yeah, a little bit more and a little bit in the northeast.
Yeah.
A little bit fruity.
I could get fruity. Could be action aplenty.
Yes.
So, what we're going to see now. So, best advice from me would be to the Balmain boys. Their pace looks good. They need to stay with Yandu. Just stay with them. They can split, they can jag one, can't they? But
well, they got to beat them, Dom.
Got to beat them.
They got to beat them.
Yeah.
So let's see what they can pull out of the bag. potentially looking up the course now, the left-hand side's a little bit more...
bit more of a traditional northeast track.
Northeast track.
Yeah.
They might be able to stand a little bit further into Bradley's and get that inside lift.
The left-hand shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just see. It has been flicking around a little bit, but basically steady in the northeast.
Nice line of pressure just starting to approach us now, Cub.
Yeah.
Yeah. About 100 metres off.
Okay. 18-footers bar and grill on screen now. They didn't have the best race in that previous one, so hopefully they can put something together.
For a bit of redemption.
Oh,
All that mid-fleet, though, was pretty close. So you're only one mistake away from being 5 places up or 5 places down. So a couple of boats had a few little hiccups, sets and drops and etc. And that's expensive. That can cost you big places.
yeah, an extra couple of kilos for the restaurant. Hey, look, we're just coming up to the 2-minute mark. It's 2 minutes 20 to go, but we've actually got 2 races in play here today. We're actually race 6 of the New South Wales State Championships, which is an amazing thing to win if you can get a state championship under your belt. And we're also sailing for Club Championship race 10. Now, Club Championship, even the season point score, these are races that we all wanted to win in the old days. And
Prestigious.
It means you've sailed well all year.
That's right.
And you know, the ones that have been the most consistent going to end up at the top.
Club champs, of course, is on scratch, and the club point score is on handicap.
On handicap, but
yeah.
you know, it gives the boats that aren't quite as set up properly as the others, like, you know, just an opportunity. Yeah,
the club point score certainly does. Yeah, it gives everyone a crack. But
that's how we learn.
Certainly a lot of prestige in the club championship to win that for the season.
Less than a minute and a half to go now, Dol.
We're already up to heat 10 of the club championship.
I know, it's amazing. I don't remember doing 10 heats.
Where's the summer gone?
Yeah,
so coming down to the minute now. Boats are lining up. They're lined up pretty early too, I might add. They're not that advanced, but they are lined up pretty well.
There's the 1 minute sound signal. So less than a minute to go.
Bit of a late entry into the starting area was our movie boat that just crossed the entire fleet on port tack.
Doing the rock star appearance.
That was exciting.
All right, now I think just as we hit the line, we're going to actually see a little drop in the breeze too.
Yeah, we had a line come through, and we're now on the back end of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Brett Van Munster once again looking for that pin end.
Yeah. Club Marines in a nice spot there towards the windward end of the line by Kobe, but not too far away for them, and with plenty of time to go. Yandu sitting there nicely as well. A couple of boats coming in from the extreme right here. So we'll see if they've got room. Probably not.
Late.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Mate, I don't like what I saw from your team, Vycobi there, my boy.
There's a recall.
Yeah, that was definitely Vycobi. If and they may not have been the only one, I might add. They're going to return.
Pretty quick decision to go back. That was.
No, there was no doubt.
Yeah.
Good to get it over and done with early.
Yes. Good practice.
They were it. Flag has come down.
Yeah. So they've restarted, and they're heading out to the right-hand side of the course. So we'll just follow their progress now. Like, could be lucky, pick up a bit of east out here to the right. That's where they're heading. Bit of bad luck there. I think that's one of the things we don't see a lot from some of the boats pushing the limits at the start.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like
if you're not over every now and then, you're not trying hard.
The old man used to say that.
He was a very wise man, the bear, mate. The bear was a very wise man.
And that could be the first time Vycobi's been over the start line, let me tell you. Smeg on screen, so they've got away cleanly this time. Hopefully they have a slightly better race than they did before. Yeah, but our old fave, Yandu just sitting there nicely, Dol.
Just stepping out,
Yep.
height, speed, making it look oh so easy.
Already got like 50 metres on Balmain, so we're looking for something special from the Balmain team. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and they're going to have trouble finding a lane back out of there with Killer Coffee,
Royal Oak.
Club Marine and Royal Oak
Yeah,
to weather
yeah.
off them. They're really just going to have to hold on here. They're either going to go early or late.
And remember, we were talking about in the first race, you get this lee under the big headland of what is Bradley's Head, so they can only go so far, and they're going to run out of breeze, which will affect them as well. Fisher and Plykel's already tacked to come back. He's not going to take any more risks.
Yeah, and same with the Royal Oak, with an ordinary tack from them, unfortunately, and now Balmain is
Balmain on their way back. They're going to take the transfer, the Killer Coffee.
And you watch Yandu just slap one on them here. There they go.
Okay.
So Yandu just putting a cover right on the Balmain and not giving them an inch.
So there's a group of boats, Stole, that have gone out to the right-hand side. So they've headed over towards the Shark Island side of the course as we look up. And they're not doing too bad. They seem to have snuck back some of that early easterly slant that we were talking about in the first race.
Early tackers like your boys on the Vycobie and the Smeg over there. Who else have we got over there? 18-footers bar and grill, Gotcha for life. They're sort of the most right boats. But Yandu on screen there now, high on Port Tack Cup. That breeze has rotated to the left.
Yeah. I'm just hoping it goes right. Lazarus is back in it again too, Dol.
Yep.
They're looking good.
We'll have to see how their spinnaker goes up though. It might have a few holes in it if it's been reefed through their boom vang.
Would have been a needle and thread at half time. All right. Lazarus just sitting there nicely. Club Marine taking their stern. But once again, the Yandu he's just put it into second gear, I think, and taken off.
This is really their perfect breeze condition, I think. That big rig just works beautifully in this condition. It doesn't invert, doesn't go inside out. They can just control the twist. And they literally just use that vang and Cunningham like an accelerator.
Yeah.
And the boat's just always just dead still. And I saw one of our listeners, watchers comment before how steady, and I won't go back to see who said that, but yes, you're dead right. Very little hobby horsing in the boat come. The bow very steady. Boat's inclined to win when they don't chop a lot of wood through the chop.
Well, I think the big crew weight helps you with that as well. You know, you're holding it down into the water. The lighter crews get bounced around a little bit. So just one of the many little things that, when added all up, gives you an advantage.
Balmain, front of screen there. Yandu, top of screen. So you can see the difference there. What Balmain elected to do there was they were in a bit of a loose cover with Yandu, and they elected to just put the bow down and put the hammer down and go as quick as they can out to that right-hand side.
There's definitely a bit of a covering situation going on there as well, though.
Yeah, well, they've done that to try and get out of the clutches of the Yandu, which they've managed to do, but Yandu with a distance advantage. There they go, crossing our bow, and there's the Balmain have just tacked over on the right-hand side. Look at that twist profile coming.
Yeah, no, beautiful.
We've just come off them now. There they are again.
And it's one of the bigger mainsails as well. You talk about that rectangle profile before.
Well, same sailmaker as
Same
what we've got
sailmaker.
on the Lazarus.
Yep.
But, yeah, it is a big washing, right, as we used to say.
Yep.
But you can see there the twisting off. Mid-leach is holding up well, and it's just twisting off progressively as it goes up. And that gets the twist out of the jib slot, and that's why they don't go inside out like
The middle of that mast on the Yandu is just working perfectly, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. So Lazarus has stepped it up a bit this race, Dole, which is good. Certainly can do it. So they're obviously in second. Well, we're calling them as second place at the moment.
They've got to be close to it.
Yeah. You can see on the water now, like it's just shimmering that little bit more. There's slightly more breeze in the middle of the harbour this time, as we were alluding to earlier.
Bit patchy though, it's very up and down. There's Emma Rankin on the Club Marine.
They're having a better race style. I think they're in the top 5 at the moment.
Well up there.
Yeah.
Maybe it took a little while to wash the champagne off the hull from this morning. They're picking up speed.
Right, so from a bad start and a return to the start line for the Vicavy for being over early, or OCS on course side, they've snuck up and grabbed a little advantage out to the right, and they got themselves back in the top 6, Dol, so that's not too bad.
Back in play from considering they were behind the 8 ball right from the start.
Yeah.
Good comeback from the boys.
Row F and past the Jaffers. Okay.
See them down to leeward there. But yeah, Lazarus sailing a good race this time.
Actually, the whole fleet's quite bunched up this time, in comparison to the first race, I think. It's going to be a pretty interesting first Spinnaker run, I think. Doesn't look like they moved the top mark at all, but
No.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Looks like it's primarily in the same spot. Maybe they went a bit longer. So
Yeah, no, it looks similar. Looks similar to me. But you can see there, some tight crosses here between Club Marine and who was that? Balmain. Balmain went to duck, and Club Marine looked like they stopped dead in the water after attack.
Oh.
Very close there to a bit of a bingle.
Yeah, so Vicavy finding the form at the right time of the season. They looking pretty good there. He's probably sitting in about 3rd spot as we speak. We've got Yandu coming towards us with the chasing.
Gee, they've opened up a pretty handy lead early on.
Yeah, well, you'd be pretty happy with that. Okay, Smeg's tacks to come back. No one on the way to the top mark yet. They're all going to have to do at least one more tack and get themselves onto starboard lay for the first mark.
Yeah, they'll just come over to a lay line.
Well, I just saw Lazarus dip the wing there, Dolan. Headsail not coming on so quickly there. So I don't know if they're having a little bit of an issue there on board.
Some gear problems. They've been just scratching a little bit so far today. Good speed, but just having a few issues with the boat, it would seem.
Yeah.
But,
Smeg's right in there. Okay, coming to the top mark now. We've got Yandu on final approach. Balmain's in the mix, but I'm seeing Vicavy crossing Balmain. Maybe even
Club Marine even.
Back into second position for Vicavy. Lazarus will be... They'll have Lazarus on starboard when they tack, so... Okay. Yandu's squeezing to this top mark, Dol. I'm not sure if he's laid it just yet.
No, he'll get there.
The boys are leaning in.
Yeah.
So you're happy?
Yeah, no, they'll get there, no problems. And
Hopefully.
they're allowed to clip it as long as they don't tow it.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right,
Down
they're
they
round. All right, this bearaway is always tricky when the breeze picks up a little. No problem for the Yandu guys. Okay, now we've got the rest of the fleet coming into the top mark. It's tight. Looks like, dare I say it, the Vicavy in second.
No, it's going to be if Lazarus lay cub.
Yeah.
I think they'll get round just marginally in front, but they are going to have trouble laying this mark.
They're getting copping a bit of gas off the Vicavy.
Vicavy getting their bow forward on them.
How hard can you hit the mark?
You can hit it, you just can't move it too far.
Oh, he's got a good wave there, the Lazarus.
Yeah.
That's helped him. A little bit of a
spear up.
Little surge up. They're going to hit it. Oh.
They're going to shoot it.
No, they're not. They won't make it.
They're not going to make it.
They're going to have to bail out. Oh, no. That's going to be very costly for them. Oh dear. Oh.
Get bad to worse.
Oh, a little bit of... Oh, no. How are they... The boom's still got a flick across the boat yet, Dol. Let's just wait. Yep. Okay. Lazarus having another go at it. Right. Killer Coffee struggling to get round the mark too. And in fifth spot, Balmain. The nerves have settled in a little bit. Royal Oak got the bow down into the water. Six is having a bit of a crack at it as well. So it's a bit fruity around this top mark, Dol.
Yeah, it certainly made it a bit interesting. They just... A few of them have undercooked that ley line and it really caused them some problems.
So that was expensive for the Lazarus. And there's something going on the Balmain at the moment too. They're having...
trouble in the hoist.
Yeah, trouble in the hoist. Trouble in the deep blue sea. Yeah.
It's up now. Next one we'll see will be the Lazarus kite going up, which we know they had some problems in that last race. So.
Balmain still with no spinnaker. Rag and Famish coming to the top mark as we speak. There's big problems on the Balmain. Big problems.
That's not good, is it?
Yeah.
Not good.
Okay. Got you for life struggling there a little bit. Fisher and Pike all just on screen. The breeze has just picked up about 5 knots, Dol, here at the top mark.
Bit of excitement coming.
Mate, I'm excited.
Oh, look at that, they're all round. So
Yeah.
very tight. Balmain have put it in the tide to try and fix something.
That's the end of their
So
day.
they've had to lay it over. That is not good news for the Balmain fans. Apologies to everyone.
That's come from nowhere. They crossed the finish line in the first race of today, and now obviously struggling with some sort of spinnaker issue.
Yeah, I suspect it'd be a halyard. If they've tipped it over, it must be a halyard, I think.
Yeah, more than likely. So back on the racetrack,
That's the
Yandu in the lead with Vykobi, who are over at the start. They're back into second spot.
behind them. It's the Smeg. There's Yandu on screen now. So probably about 200 metre lead to the Yandu.
And then
Vykobi, and then the same distance back to Smeg.
back in third position.
Yeah.
We've got the Smeg, followed by Club Marine. Six.
Marine on a charge cup by the looks.
Yeah. They've got a big bunch with them there, Dole, so that can be tricky as well. They're going to have to find the best line through all of that. And just looking back up the course, the fleet's just starting to spread out a little bit after all the excitement at that top rounding mark.
Pretty chaotic, wasn't it?
Chaotic enough. So on screen there, we've got the Vykobi. I think they were just lucky up that first work. They did the infringement, they went back, crossed the line, start line again, stuck themselves out to the east, and probably a little bit lucky out there and picked up that easterly slant that at least put them back in the mix.
Yeah, they were forced to get over there, to go over there, but it worked out well for them.
Yeah. So, is that Club Marine pushing Smeg for third position? So we've got fingers crossed there. Great shot of the skiffs coming down the harbour. Nice flat water now. That is your classic nor'easterly postcard shot, isn't it?
Beautiful. Not quite your nor'east pressure that we like to see, but
it's only a couple of 100 metres away from the bottom mark now. Yandu leads comfortably. So, like if you're in front by that much, do you just back off a little bit, a few extra seconds?
Get
drop
the kite down in plenty of time. Don't leave it to the last minute.
Just get it back, get it swinging, and then when you come around the mark, even the forward end can just jump out on the trap. You'll get a few control lines sorted out, and get the bang on, and he'll be swinging hard. He can sheet that jib in, So good just to give the forward hand a little bit of extra time. Yeah. That's fantasy land up there, as you know. So it doesn't hurt to give the forward end a few extra seconds here and there.
We've both seen it from all perspectives, haven't we, Cub?
Yes, I know.
It was always best at the back, I thought.
I know Gilly will be sitting at home going, wow, I would have liked a few more seconds occasionally. All right, so coming to the bottom mark now. We've got our Hollywood stars here just having a round of the mark. And then in second place by Kobe. Now, let's hopefully they get that halyard down cleanly this time. They struggled in the first race. That looks pretty clear. Coming to the mark now. Main sheet's just starting to sheet on. 2 on the wire. The 488 needs to get his act into gear a little and get out there a bit quicker. But, yeah, anyway.
He should listen to his old man, I reckon.
What about in third spot? We've got Smeg coming in now. So young Mr. Rooklyn doing a great job in this second race. And they're going to come together pretty closely with the Club Marine. Yeah.
Later drop on the Club Marine. A lot of tidying up to do.
Yeah.
Ash just gates across their bow nicely.
Little messy.
Close.
A little bit messy for both boats getting those chutes down. But always... Yeah, didn't we say give them the forward end extra few seconds?
Give them no time. 6th will be next in, just ahead of the Royal Oak. Pretty tight in this chasing pack, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, very. Oh, that's what we said up that first work. The fleet was compacted together there, so it's good racing. This is what the short course brings to us. You know, you get the closer racing, whereas the long course, potentially you can get the boats out and up to 5 minutes in front. You know, this
a bit less
doesn't.
Pressure.
Yeah, this doesn't allow you to do that.
No rest.
Lazarus rounding the mark. Yeah.
Bit of a catch-up considering they completely blew that top mark. Really.
Yeah, so that's they're in 7th position, Lazarus. Followed by Rag and Famish in 8. Killer Coffee 9, and looks like Fisher Pike are going to round up the top 10 at this bottom mark.
Ahead of the Kitchen Maker, and I'm just seeing up course the Balmain is up and rumbling again, folks, but they are a very distant last place, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I wonder what went on there, Dol. That's a shame for those guys. Sympathise. We've all been in that position before, leading a race and having a bit of gear failure. It's just demoralising, really.
It does, yeah. It's very tough to swallow, but you know they'll be back. They'll be back to race again. They know they're in contention. Good position to be in.
Certainly on pace, aren't they?
Certainly are, yeah. So they just need to keep their chin up with the big events coming. But there's the boat to beat.
Yeah, Yandu on screen. God, they've had a good last couple of years, haven't they? The Yandu, the JJs, state championships, Australian championships.
Yeah, you know, before that with Mika and now with Tom back again this year.
And there's our lackless Balmain, unfortunately.
Yes, I suspect they had a probably spinnaker halyard issue, having to capsize the boat to fix it.
And there's 6 on screen. Our current New South. Well, they won the sprint championship.
6 sprint champions.
The 6 sprint champions. Yes. Spring
sprint champions. Or just spring.
The spring.
Consistent regatta from those guys. Sail.
Yeah, great. I had some nice cars from them while we were over in Europe during the winter, mate. So good on them.
Well, here you are plugging them, trying to get some free ones, mate.
Yeah, the mighty Yandu. Well, what do you reckon the lead is there, Dol?
Getting close to a minute, I'd reckon, by the time we get to this top mark.
Minute, okay.
But the Vicobia are well and truly hanging in there, mate. Maybe 40 seconds.
Yeah, okay. Well,
you're hoping it's less.
Oh, look. It is what it is, but
hey, mate, what a race from the Vicobia boys to come back from that premature start to recover and get back to where they are.
Well, there's a point too, you know, like maybe they should start early every race.
And not go back.
Well, it's always good if you can get away with one, Dol. We've all done that as well.
Yeah. Not often enough.
Yeah. Yandu's just romping away with this. Breeze probably didn't freshen as much as I thought it was going to, Dol.
6th just waved Club Marine through there, so that's something you see, those who may not be that familiar with 18-footers or skiff racing, we see a bit of that. So
Yeah.
a starboard tacker, if it's a close cross, the forward hand will wave the port tacker through. Better than getting mixed up and tangled up.
Yeah, that's
A little bit of a dip, keep your pace on, and everyone's happy. Bit
Just-
of an IOU one.
and like sometimes that can be a disadvantage for you to tack just to get the right away. You know, like you know, you got to do the tack, lose the speed, get the boat going again. Sometimes it's just easier to wave the other boat through and get one on the slate.
Yeah. And certainly better than having that port tacker tack under your bow.
Yeah, and leave out you potentially, and next minute
Yeah.
in a world of pain. All right, first and second on screen. By Kobe just going through a little bit of powerboat wash. Probably
There
one
we
of
go.
Shippo's mates.
Yeah, definitely. Out for a Sunday cruise.
Yeah, by Kobe a little bow down. I wouldn't mind seeing him tack back, dog.
Yeah, a bit dead there in the water too as they
Yeah.
get through that powerboat wash.
Some nice
Disturbed
lines of
water.
breeze coming down that western channel as well. So at some stage soon they'll end up heading back.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to push towards that pressure line, and then I think we will see them tack. There they go, Cub, right on cue.
Is that a roll of the dice? Anyway, just a little bit light coming out of that tack. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, but see this line that's coming to them, Cub.
Yeah,
a little bit of pressure there coming.
Yep. Yeah, they've
Meanwhile, the mighty Yandu just
got a little bit of a gap. The leading, of course, Yandu's got a gap on Vaikobi, and then Vaikobi's got a bit of a gap back to third place as well. So that's just fantastic. You seeing any differences in sail shapes, Dole? You're looking at the Vaikobi there.
every week, mate. Every week. The Vaikobi, actually, the rig's looking pretty good this week. I think that's a pretty, for the pressure that they're in, I think that's probably a pretty sweet Vang setting, would you think?
Yep.
And the twist is nice and even. What I've seen from them a little bit in the past is the mid-leach going a bit early compared to the head. So pretty open. And then if you look at Yandu, you will see the most beautiful leach twist you'll see on an 18-footer. It's just an even, very even curve going up the leach.
And it looks better from the drone too. that drone shot looking down the mast is just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So interestingly, the sailors can go back and watch this and they can evaluate what they're trying to do. And I was speaking to a couple of sailors in the park today, and just saying, you know, we can see a lot more off the boat than you can see on the boat. So there's a few boats trying to work on a few things midweek.
Yeah.
So I'll be having a look at that. They can have a look at these videos and just evaluate what their rigs are looking like.
So probably the difference we're seeing between these two boats, I suspect the Yandu crew probably a couple of kilos heavier. I think if we threw them on the scales.
Oh, it wouldn't be a lot though. There's a bit of lump on them. Looks like the Vaikobi boys have downed a few schemas in the off-season, mate.
All right, now we've backed the drone off a little bit. We've taken it to second position, and
There's the overhead.
there's the overhead drone shot of the Vaikobi mates, which is not looking too bad.
Yeah, a little bit more twist in the head than what we saw on Yandu, I think. A little bit more open in the head. But like you say, that could equate to the weight difference coming.
And that's, I'm thinking there's a couple of kilos different, and that's what it's coming down to in the modern skiff race. I reckon it's right. Only about 150 metres away from the top mark now for Yandu, so they'll be happy with the way things have progressed up that work dog.
Yeah, pretty comfortable here now. They just need to make no mistakes. Get that kite up, get a couple of jibes done, and they'll take it home.
I think the key thing here is to get around this top mark, get the boat nice and flat prior to going around the mark, and then just nailing that top mark rounding, and then taking a second, get the chute up.
We could put the curse on them, but generally they do that manoeuvre pretty well, Cup.
No, I'm not saying anything. Yeah. But you sometimes you think you're that far in front, you can't lose, and that's when you just you
Drop your
split
guard,
a split
relax.
second,
Yeah.
just that split second, and you're gone. So you got to push it all the way. And they're a good crew; they know that. So they're around. A little bit of a handstand or something going on.
Yeah, look, they did take that one a little bit easier, Cub. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they saw the drone behind them and they're just putting on a bit of a show.
Great set, they're away. And as we're watching them sailing off into the distance, we've got Vaikobi about 100 metres from the top mark in second position, so that's good for them. Here they come, the chasing pack. And then I wouldn't like to pick who's in third at the moment, Tull. There's a great bunch.
Smeg looking pretty good, but they won't want to get their opposition out too far to their east of them because Ash was listening. He's just banged a tack in. So
Right.
Good lad.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to leave that until you get to the mark.
No, just let's stay in contention while we can.
Yeah.
Here comes a Vaikobi just flagging.
mate.
Yeah, a bit of extra pressure on there at the top.
They eased the bang and it started to go inside out.
Yeah. Nice and basically flat. Spinnakers going up. Nearly to, there it is on the top. Tack line's out. Sheet on. Okay, they're comfortably around and away in second position. So,
Talk about a chip off the old block. He was dancing through the boat like a ballerina, mate.
I doubt it. So, looks like...
Bit of a drag race between Smeg and Club Marine, but they're overlaid, I reckon.
Club Marine and Smeg are both overlaid for sure. So, that's going to be a close one, especially if Lazarus is on a lay.
Lazarus looked a bit underlaid, but
we saw what happened to him in the...
Six are definitely on a lay line.
Okay, there's the four boats on screen now. We believe Lazarus is lower the mark, where Club Marine and Smeg and Six are all above the mark in good shape. So see if we can... if Lazarus gets around, they'll be third. They'll be...
Going to be tight.
And they're around.
Yeah,
okay. Lazarus in third, Smeg fourth, Club Marine... Six is sneaking in there as well.
So good work from the Lazarus. They learnt their lesson last time.
Six is just capsized at the top mark, getting that squared away a bit too much and rolled into windward.
A lot of boats in close proximity to each other.
Yeah. Smeg had a temporary wine glass there in the spinnaker, but they've cleared that and they're shooting off now. So I think they might have... just can't see where Lazarus is in that.
We're back on our leader. They're...
Lazarus has the kitchen maker spinnaker on when we look from our position.
That's what's... They've obviously swapped spinnakers between races and got a spare spinnaker from kitchen maker. Yeah, right. Okay, that's what was...
After they damaged their kite in race one.
Yeah, so that's what was confusing. All right, so we're just looking in the distance there. We can see Yandu. He's got a good minute lead over Vaikobi. So, wow, what an effort for them. And then what an effort for the Vaikobi guys as well.
Absolutely. So from a difficult start, they've really punched through. So great work from Kirk, Andrew and Dan. So they're on their split screen there. So
okay, that's fantastic.
Yandu will have one more job to get into the finish line.
So it looks like the Lazarus guys, when they did pick up that extra spinnaker, they've picked up the small rig spinnaker from the kitchen maker guys. Obviously, the kitchen maker using their big spinnaker.
They're actually spare spinnakers on a couple of the rescue boats, Cub, so that are meant to go throughout the fleet. So obviously the rescue boat didn't get the memo of big spinnakers today.
Or it might have been all that they could get their hands on, Jimmy, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, they've got quite a few of them.
Okay.
So
Well, they're lucky enough just to be able to grab a spare spinnaker. Like, if you're not racing with your normal gear, you're a little bit out of sorts anyway. So, look, good of them to be in the top half dozen, you know, with substandard gear. Smeg doing pretty well off to our port side here.
And final approach for Yandu, just coming into the finish now.
Okay.
There's the finish boat, and they should just drive through and they're over.
Great stuff. Another big win for the Yandu and the championship. Is that... Still two to go,
Two
Dol,
more
is
to
it?
go, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 7 and 8 next week.
That'll be the last races before Christmas, I assume.
Certainly is, Cup. You bring the prawns, mate.
Plate. Bring a plate.
For the Christmas party.
Is there a Sale Media Christmas fun?
This is it right now, Cup.
Great stuff. All right, just cameras on Vycovie now, heading to the line.
One more jive, I think.
Yeah, one more jive for the Vycovie and a couple more for the Smeg. So, just see if they're prepping for the jive now on the Vycovie.
Still a little bit
Oh,
to go.
maybe just choosing to go a little bit further. Got back out on the wing. It's building up a bit of boat speed. Always a little bit easier to jive when you've got a little bit of boat speed.
Speed's your friend, they say.
Yep. Great shot of the Smeg there with the Sydney CBD in the background there. Probably get a glimpse of the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, Dol. There's your postcard shot.
Iconic, mate.
Iconic.
18 footers, the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House.
Yeah.
Three things that define Sydney.
And the Manly Ferry. Just...
So,
Vycovie.
jive on the Vycovie, about to come through. That'll be them now. I reckon that was probably over a minute in the end, mate.
So that's a super second place for the Vycovie. Like, I know I've got a vested interest in the boat, but like, they're clearly over at the start, went back, restarted, stayed calm, sorted themselves out, changed the gears, and off they went. So really well done to them. That's probably the best race they've sailed this season. So just on the Smeg now.
Yeah, Ash, Brooklyn and the boys will be very happy with this result too.
Yeah, they just need to have a look up the mainsail and make sure the battens...
That's because they're not quite laying the finish, mate, so it's a depowering tactic.
Yeah. That used to be we didn't look up the mast one, that one.
They've got a bit on getting to this finish. They're pretty comfortable now. They can pop the battens now, mate.
I don't know, but I wouldn't do it that way. Anyway, that's a great drone shot from head on there. Smeg powering towards the finish line to pick up third position in today's second race.
Sure is. Look at that power. We're only in about 10 knots of breeze here, folks. So
we got in fourth position, looks like Club Marine's going to get the chocolates, Dol.
Yeah, with a bit of advantage because they've got a big kite and Lazarus has got a small kite. So.
Yeah, let's see if they can hold them out to cross the line. There might be another jive for both of these boats just yet, Dol.
Yep. I think Emma might be able to just soak away a bit here, but I think she will jive.
Okay, it's going to be close. One's going, the other has to go. Lazarus is struggling. No, Club Marine.
Nicely done, Emma.
Nicely done. Great race by them. So we've got third, fourth, Lazarus fifth. It's going to be Royal Oak in sixth, followed by Kitchen Maker in seventh, and then a little gap to the chasing boats. So the Lazarus had a quick capsize after the finish of the race as well.
Yeah.
All immaterial though.
Next up we'll have the Kitchen Maker. They will be eighth.
So as we look back up the fleet, Balmain hasn't managed to improve their position much, which would be disappointing. Not such a great day for the Rag and Famish today, Dol, either, unfortunately.
No, they seem to just get it. They'd be up there and then just get a little bit lost. But
Yeah.
but very early days for those young guys.
Very early, and you know, they've got a great sponsor there and been a long-term sponsor, so we'll see more from those young guys. Killer Coffee heading down.
Cam McDonald, good job.
Yeah, they're heading down to the finish line. The boat looks good, the Killer Coffee. Oh, that spinnaker's spectacular.
The skull on the spinnaker, it's a great look.
That looks like me before I've had a coffee. Fisher and Paykel, Brett Van Munster, the class builder, just crossing the line.
He's been a very busy man lately.
He's responsible for all the 18-foot skiffs here in Australia, the construction thereof. And I was just doing a little bit of a chat with Simon Nern, who's obviously the new 18-footers president, and we were just talking about next year and the JJs, and I was just asking him how many overseas entrants, and he was talking about the Black Prince from Bavaria.
Yep.
He's getting a brand new boat from Van Munsters.
Indeed.
Yeah. He's due here just after Christmas to finish putting that together and do maybe sail the Australian Championships and then go home and then come back for the JJ. So that's a good thing. Was it Philip Noak from Germany? So there's going to be a German competitor. Jasper from Denmark's coming back. Now, Simon was unsure of which boats, but potentially 4 boats coming from New Zealand for the JJs, which is good. The club has a limited amount of charter boats available as well, which they'll...
Well, essentially the boats, and I think Jimmy's across this a bit more, our boats have to qualify, Jimmy, through the nationals, etc. Is it the top
14.
14.
Top 14
Go through, and if
automatic
you're outside
entry.
the 14, you give up your boat to
Oh,
the
really?
national. So,
Okay, well, that's... geez, that hasn't happened for a long while.
That's right, yeah.
So...
Got you for life, our last boat home. So, yep, that's our last boat through the finish. So pretty tight racing cup, but not big distances between the fleet. Fairly easy sailing day. So, but a few unfortunate events for a few, particularly the Balmain, that's made their championship possibilities a little bit limited.
Yeah.
But, and what we have seen is the Yandu step it up a gear and probably step out with 2 heats to go. They're in a pretty comfortable position.
Look, they put a stamp on it right at the right time, so that's fantastic. But look, there's still 2 races to go. I would assume there's at least a drop in this series.
Yes.
And maybe Balmain can lose that one and have a couple of wins next week and it'll be back on. So still leads us into some very exciting racing just for the last weekend before Christmas.
Indeed. Don't tear up your tickets, as they say.
Do not.
Yeah. So, anything you'd like to add, Jimmy?
No, all good.
From today? No, all good, mate. So we'll wrap it up here on Sydney Harbour. Thank you all for joining us, and join us back next Sunday for the final heats of the New South Wales Championships and our final 18-footer race on Sydney Harbour prior to Christmas. So thanks to the Sail Media team back behind us here. Thank you very much for joining us, Cup.
Pleasure.
Always good to have you back, old mate. So,
Must have got to the end of the list, though, I think.
No, never.
You're at the start of the list, B, Barnett.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you back, mate. And join us next week and we'll be signing off for Christmas then. Until then, Andrew Dolly-Vola, Phil Barnett, Jimmy Bury, signing off from Sydney Harbour.
Bye for now.